Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. Want to get back into more Amberlynn Reid content. Well, kind of. We got an Alexis video today, so it's not really Amber's content, but Amber coded. Now, for those who have watched my earlier content, you definitely know that I am not a fan of Alexis. I do not like her, and I do not trust her as far as I could potentially throw her, which honestly would not be very far. That being said, I am going to give her a chance because I feel like maybe, I haven't watched the video itself, but I feel like maybe she is somewhat of, not really a victim, but on the receiving end of a lot of Amber's manipulation. So let's get into the video, shall we?
Well. I bet you guys thought I'd never be back, but here I am, ready to expose our favorite YouTuber one last time.
Yeah, no, I called it from the very beginning you were very two-faced, and I knew immediately after the relationship broke up the first time, it was going to happen again. It wasn't if it happened, it was when it happened.
Now this video is not going to be like any of my previous videos. The purpose of this video is to essentially just expose the most recent and probably last conversation I have had with Amberlynn. Since this conversation, she has blocked me on Snapchat, so I took the liberty to block her everywhere else because why not?
Alright, two things. First, the lip smacking is annoying as hell. Secondly, it's just, again, she's petty over the fact that she is not Amber's first choice. And this is kind of the main reason why I don't like Alexis, is because she's like, well, Amber's doing all of these things. Yeah, but you want to be her friend. You still want to be her friend, and you still want to be her first choice. So everything that you are disagreeing with, or calling out, or exposing, you're perfectly fine with if you were her first choice. So, like, it's not that it's bad to you, it's that you're just petty.
So let's get into it. So recently, I have been perusing the reaction channel's live streams and videos. More specifically, Oh Lordy, It's Jordy and Karina Kaboom.
I understand what you're trying to do, but it's really not cute. Like, you're just coming off as incredibly petty, and it's so cringe.
And you may ask yourself, why is Alexis doing this if they're supposed to be friends? And my answer to that would be, I have never had a friend post a YouTube video and use resenting Alexis as a clickbait title.
How are you surprised, though? Like, dude, you befriended a manipulator, an abuser, and someone who uses people for their own personal gain, and then you get upset when that person does those things. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, you knew what she was about. You watched her for several years before you messaged her. Did you not expect that was going to happen?
Not only is she using my name as clickbait, but she didn't even let me know that she was going to be talking about me at all.
That is true too. Amber shouldn't be bringing you up without asking your permission first, but at the same time, if you make yourself someone who is a public figure in girl world, people are going to continue to ask about it, so you can't really complain for her bringing you up when you chose to become a public figure in that way.
And I think it's funny that she is talking about me more in her videos than she talks to me in real life. And before we get into the conversation, I just want to disclose that after my last video that I made about Amberlynn before we had reconciled, my YouTube channel was, I don't know, striked or flagged.
Let me guess, you were demonetized, you no longer have monetization, and now you're going to use that as some sort of moral high ground, as if you weren't doing it for money in the first place, because now that you can't do it, suddenly you have moral superiority over Amber.
But essentially, I lost the appeal and I lost my monetization privileges until like late February. So I will not be making any money off of this video, but it has never been about the money for me. I don't care.
No, you do care, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have applied for monetization in the first place. You do care about the money, and you also care about Amber giving you money because you often complained about it. So don't say it didn't matter, because it does. And if it didn't, you wouldn't have brought it up.
I know that Karina has mentioned, like, Alexis, why are you giving this information out for free? Well, I was unplatformed. So
First of all, it's not unplatformed, you were deplatformed, and secondly, you do have the ability to still post on YouTube. You just don't have the ability to monetize it. It's like the same people who are complaining about Twitter and their blue check marks, like, oh, we no longer have access to the blue check marks, or we have to pay for it. You know, speech is no longer free. No, you could still post, you could still say what you want within reason. You just didn't have that fancy blue mark that distinguishes you from other people.
Either way, the information is going to be given out for free. But like I've mentioned many times,
yes, Alexis, we get it. We get it, we get it, we get it. It's not about the money, even though it is with you.
I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this to speak on my experiences and the things that I have went through being in Amberlynn's life.
And here's the thing, I don't care whether or not she makes money, because ultimately it's her choice to monetize it, and if she's putting in the work, she deserves the money. But at the same time, you can't say it's not about the money when it is. And yeah, you can get paid while also criticizing her and meaning it, but you can't lie about it.
Girl, the new tea is that you insinuated that I leaked the cookie crumble video. That's crazy work.
No, what's crazy work, Amber, is that you're 34 years old and yet you sound like you're 14.
Is that true that you said that? I mean, I guess I should go to the person. So I'm coming to you asking if that's true.
Yeah, no, Amber's really smug about it. She already knows, because I'm pretty sure she would have seen by now that it was definitely Alexis saying that. But at the same time, Amber just wants an open confession, because if she can get that, it puts her on a higher moral ground. And she's like, oh, well, I thought we were friends and you did that to me?
Everyone asked if I leaked it, and I said, no, she probably did. But, like, I was kidding. I wasn't like, oh my God, yes, she for sure leaked it. I know it for a fact. I was just being silly.
That's the thing, I don't believe Alexis, because at this point in time, we all know how misinformation works. You don't need evidence, you just need enough people to say it over and over again in order for it to become real in a lot of people's mindsets. And I think she's petty enough to kind of put it out there in a way of being sly without saying 100% Amber did it, while protecting herself by saying allegedly, maybe, or probably. Like, I believe it was very negative intent. And most of us who are, like, reaction channels or haters are not going to just run with it. We will wait until evidence comes out before we say 100% for certain this happened. But there is always going to be that handful of people who's going to spread misinformation because they will take it and run with it because they just don't like Amber or Foodie. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we all believe Amber and Emily released it themselves, so even if Alexis didn't say that, we would all still have the same opinion anyway.
Girl, be so fucking for real. Like, these people don't know your personality. They don't understand who you are. So if you say, no, she probably did, they're going to take that as fact. They're going to take that as Alexis thinks that Amberlynn leaked the cookie crumble video.
And I want to point out exactly what Amber said. People think you, Alexis, think I released the content, which is exactly what it means. Not that people automatically assume because Alexis said it, that now Amber released it. We come to that conclusion on our own. It's now that we think Alexis thinks that you did it. So that's completely different from what Amber's trying to place the blame on. Like, oh, now people think I did it because of you. No, people just now think Alexis thinks that.
And I know that you know that, Alexis. Like, you are smart. I've known you for over a year now.
Oh, here we go. The manipulation is happening.
And you know how these people have treated me my whole YouTube career. And you know the way that they take things. So it's like, why would you say that? That's like crazy work, for real. Come on.
Now, this is where I'm going to defend Alexis, because I don't agree with Amber saying, well, now it's your fault because people think that. No, people think that because they see the pattern of behavior that you have created over 11 years on YouTube. They wouldn't think that about you if you weren't that type of person in the first place.
Like, why? It's just causing me more issues. Like, I did not leak the video.
The thing is, I don't know if Amber knows this, but leaking means publishing something without permission or authorization, meaning that you cannot leak your own videos because you had permission from yourself to post the video. You might do it on accident, but that doesn't mean you're leaking the video. It's because your dumbass decided to post a video or a photo you shouldn't have. So I don't know if it's Amber being Amber or if Amber's using manipulative wordplay.
My girlfriend didn't do it.
Emily didn't do what? She didn't leak the video because she had permission, or she didn't post the video? That's kind of open-ended, Amber.
I have stuck up for you so much saying you didn't do it.
I mean, yes or no. You said that Alexis had a physical copy of the video and there's only two people who had it. And you said that you believed Erica did it, which, Amber, that is an allegation. You could be charged for that if you're lying, potentially if there's some sort of negative consequence to happen to Erica. But also, you put it in people's heads that the other copy is in the hands of Alexis, who is very petty at you right now.
It's just like crazy that you would say that. Like, imagine like if I said something like that. Like, no, I didn't do it. My girlfriend didn't do it, but Alexis did. Like,
No. You can't say that, Amber, because she did not say that. What she said was probably did it. Heavily implying, not outright saying. You don't like absolutes, but here you are saying it as an absolute. 100% she said it.
I am frustrated with you. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know. I feel like you actually don't care. So, thank you for answering the question. Thank you for being honest, I guess.
I really don't want to agree with Amber, but she is kind of right, because Alexis did do it to be petty and to be very, very shady, but at the same time, like, if you treat someone like shit, you're gonna get that energy back.
I understand you're frustrated, and I'm sure that, you know, if you really didn't like this video, that you're upset about it, and at the end of the day, I'm sure that we
Dude, are you alright? What the hell's going on?
all know that it was actually Erica or Brittany or whatever, and they were trying to make a quick buck or trying to expose you or...
Jesus Christ, what is with these girls putting up false accusations as if it's just 100% true? Like, we all know. Like, no, we don't all know. You can't just say, we all know that they did it. That's just an assumption. You are lying. You don't have evidence to prove that.
Whatever. Her and Brittany probably got into another fight or whatever, and...
Dude, Alexis is being so shady right now. Like, she doesn't believe for a second that it was Erica or Brittany. She believes wholeheartedly that it is Amber that did that.
Got mad at each other about whatever happened with you and whatever. Wanted to seek revenge. I don't know. But...
I think Alexis is kind of starting to slip into like a BPD moment, because you can tell her attitude is very much changing. Like, she is not in the conversation right now, and there's way too many whatevers, or like, yeah, I don't really care.
Like, I feel like, yeah, maybe I don't care. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do not care, because like...
Oh yeah, she's definitely having a moment, alright? And like, Amber is fuming right now. She's probably listening to this and is redlining.
It's like, you're not an active friend to me anymore. So like, I don't care what happens. Like, obviously, like, of course I want you to be happy and healthy, and I am hoping good for your well-being, but like, I don't care about this little shit. Like, I have my own life. I have my own hobbies. I have my own job. Like...
Ooh, damn, she's going in. I have my own hobbies. I have my own job. Like, bitch, you have nothing.
I have my own friends that are active parts of my life. So, like, no, I don't really care anymore. Like, I don't. Like...
That kind of begs the question, though. Like, if you have your own friends, why in the hell would you want Amber in your life? Like, why? Why? What possesses you to have that kind of association with someone? Which, I mean, we know the reason. Attention, validation, and money. Like, she saw Amber as a celebrity and kind of like, oh, I can have that status of being the Amberlynn Reid's friend. Except that status is not really worth the squeeze.
Honestly, like, YouTube is a joke, and everybody's gonna say what they want to say.
Preach.
And you should know that by now. You should know that people are going to say what they want to say, and people make shit up. Like, I don't know why you care so much still. Like, people are going to say whatever the fuck. Just let it be. Just let them say it.
I mean, what she's saying is true, but at the same time, you kind of need to practice what you preach, because when you were getting backlash, you weren't really happy about it, and you were definitely going in on your audience when people were seeing through your bullshit.
Like, there's so many videos that were made about me. Did I watch them? Fuck no. Did I read the comments? Fuck no.
Yeah, no, I don't need evidence to know that she is lying. 100% she is lying.
Because I know that I'm going to want to defend myself. And people are going to say some fucking off-brand shit. I don't care. People are like, oh, your fucking music is AI.
And then immediately contradicts herself. I don't read the comments because I'm going to defend myself. And then people say this about my content.
I'm sorry, the company that distributes my music...
Oh, you know, I did saw that. She posted her videos and she left the comments off, but then realized very quickly people weren't having it, so then she deleted the videos again. Actually, no, she probably didn't delete them. She privated them, which is very shady because if you wanted to be Amber's friend again, you would have removed the videos and probably deleted your channel. And I said that from the very beginning. She's going to private the videos up until they fight again, and then she's going to re-monetize them and bring them and put them public again so she can make more money. And if you were truly a real friend, you wouldn't have done that. And if you believe that you were going to be friends again and you're going to make the relationship last, why would you private the videos? Like, that is just shady as hell to me.
They specifically put on there that you are not allowed to release any computer generated or AI generated content. So like I could go and make a video about this and be like, oh my God, you guys are fucking la 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 la, and you know nothing, and my company that distributes my music, la la la, and I could show them screenshots and I could show them proof, but like I just don't care, dude.
I mean, it does sound like you care. It sounds a lot like you care. And I mean, I heard your music and it wasn't really that good. I was kind of like bored after probably 5 to 10 seconds in. So yeah, I wouldn't really say it was going to be all that much. You might as well probably just make AI generated stuff. Would have been better.
Like, and like, it just isn't worth it. So I understand that this is like kind of a bigger deal than a music accusation. Like, I realize that, you know, there is nudity or like minor nudity involved, but then like you need to actually take the steps to find out who and what, and actually maybe, you know, get a lawyer so they can get a warrant, or, you know, find somebody that does, you know, IP stuff, or IT stuff, so they can find an IP address and see who leaked it. Like,
I do like that Alexis did this because it kind of traps Amber having to do it now. And if she doesn't follow through with it and gets legal process involved, then why aren't you doing it? Did you and your partner actually do it, Amber? Is that the reason why you refused to go seek legal advice for it and get potentially Erica charged like you think Erica did it?
if you want to know,
Hold on, I only just looked at that. I had to enlarge the image. It says you deleted 2 chats. Yeah, that's really fishy, Alexis. Why did you do that?
stuff, like, you need to start really like taking matters into your own hands and not just like trying to place blame on people. You know, I don't know how to help you. Like, should I be talking in Jordy's live stream? Probably not. But like,
Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I say she's two-faced, because, like, you say that you want to continue being friends, you're upset that you no longer have your friend in your life, you're not speaking, you're not doing this, but then you go behind her back and do shady shit, which ultimately Amber is a bad person too, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you're better than her. I mean, she is better than her, like, just objectively, but at the same time, you're being a shitty person too. Because I personally have had relationships close to 10 years break down, and I never once thought, all right, now that we're not talking and we have these negative feelings towards each other, I'm going to go around to the people that she doesn't like or he doesn't like, and I'm going to shit talk them to those people. It's never crossed my mind to do that because I still care for them in a way that is, even though we're not friends, we still had that relationship and that connection regardless. So it's like, I'm never going to do that to someone I did care about or did love at one point.
I don't know. I think it's funny, and people are nice to me there. So like,
Yeah, no, that's gross. That's honestly just ill in my opinion. Like, how are you going to go, well, we're friends, but you're not giving me what I want, so I'm going to seek that companionship and validation out with other people. And since these people are nice to me, I'm going to shit talk you, someone who is supposed to be my friend, to get that tension and validation. Like, yeah, no, that's why I call you Two-Faced Lex.
and I like, that's the place, that's the platform. Like, since I'm not doing YouTube videos anymore, that's the platform where I can be like, no, I didn't do this, and people will vouch for me, you know? Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you.
I understand the aspect of having a community, being able to talk to you guys and really speak to you guys about Amber and Foodie, but at the same time, I'm not actively trying to have a relationship with Amber. Like, we're never going to be friends, and if I was ever given the opportunity, like, F no.
And also, I just want to say that I wasn't involved at all in your community or watching reaction channels or even watching your channel until you posted resenting Alexis as a title of one of your videos.
That's a blatant lie though, because you said even before you started messaging Amber, you started watching her content and other reaction channels since like 2018. So you can't say that you didn't, because you did. You admitted you did before. And on top of that, you made your own reaction channel and community and started watching other reaction channels again when you stopped being Amber's friend. So you did join those communities and you did engage in that behavior. To say that you only did it only a couple days ago it's a blatant lie.
And I had no idea that you were even talking about me until someone sent me a screenshot of the title of your video. And I was like, what the fuck?
Why does that give the same fake energy of like Amber saying someone DM'd me on Instagram? Like, are you sure, or were you just watching reaction channels, or were you watching Amber?
Because you didn't even like mention it to me, like, hey, I'm gonna talk about you in my video, or hey, like, I'm gonna put your name in my video, and it's gonna be clickbait, and it's gonna be suggestive, and it's gonna make people think that I resent you, but don't worry, I'm gonna set the record straight. Like, you said nothing. Okay, so, like...
Which, again, I can agree with. If Alexis doesn't want to be part of the YouTube audience or community, or part of your community again, Amber, like, respect that, leave her alone, and don't bring her up on YouTube. If someone asks a question, you do not have to answer it. You pick and choose your own questions, you make your own questions, pick another one. And if you did have the audacity to write your own question just to talk about Alexis, you deserve every single thing you get in this conversation.
I mean, you're once again, you're like monetizing our friendship. Like, I'm not making any money off of anything that I'm saying about you.
I hate the mentality of Alexis saying, well, I don't do this, not because she doesn't want to do it, but because she can't do it. You did monetize the videos, you got paid, you got money out of it. So to say, oh, well, I don't do this is a blatant lie, because if you could, you would. Also, you did get paid. You just can't get paid now because you've been demonetized.
Nor do I care to. Like, the videos that I made, only one of the videos was even monetized, matter of fact. And I didn't even make that much money off of it. I made like $250, and I like don't care about the money. That's the thing, is I don't care about the money.
Then shut up about the money. Stop using it as if you have some moral high ground because you don't make as much money, because you just admitted you made money. Like, oh my god, these girls are all the goddamn same.
I made those videos to get my voice out, to set the record straight, like, to talk about my experience, like, but it's never been about the money for me.
So then why did you sit down and put all your details in, confirming everything about you in order to get paid, and then brag about it for getting paid? Like, you made a post. I distinctly remember you making either a post or a video where you bragged about getting monetized.
But, like, you're still monetizing our friendship. And, like, I don't know what to say to you.
Honestly, I want to have a conversation with Alexis's ex-girlfriends, because I'm willing to bet every single one of them would say she's a gold digger, because, like, I have heard gold diggers talk less about money than she has with Amber.
Like, you have a choice if you want to be my friend or not. And honestly, we aren't really friends anymore, you know? Like, I've called you a couple times since you've been in Oklahoma. You don't call me back. You don't even text me to acknowledge that I've called you. And then on my birthday, you are, you know, telling me you're seeing me in Jordy's live stream, you know, talking about this or that, and that you still love me and that you still care about me, but you couldn't even, like, go out of your way to tell me happy birthday. So, like, in my mind, that's a manipulation tactic. You still want to keep me quiet.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. Like, if you can't pick up the phone to call her back or message her back or even wish her a happy goddamn birthday, yet you can pick up the phone to say, hey, I see you talking shit about me, like, you deserve that negative energy, Amber, 100%.
And before people were even saying that she's manipulating you, she wants to keep you quiet, that's why she's keeping you around, I had already felt that way. Like, because you aren't an active part of my life. And I understand why you're not an active part of my life. But then stop talking about me and stop telling people that we're friends. You know?
Are we supposed to ignore the fact that she gave Amber an ultimatum, lost, got butthurt, and did a 4-part series, but then chose to be friends with her again? Like, this was something that you argued about before, and now you're arguing about it again. Like, of course you're going to realize that, because you realized that ages ago.
Okay, so if I was keeping you in my life because you have something on me or some tea or whatever I'm telling you, whatever it is, you would have already spilt it, number one.
I mean, where's the lie, though?
Number two, I would have never, like, hung out with you in person. That was me going out of my way because I actually view you as a friend. I don't believe that every friendship's... what am I trying to say? I don't believe that every time I have a friend, like, I need to talk to them 24/7. Like, I don't understand. Like, it seems like every time I lose a friend, it's because I don't talk to them enough.
I mean, in Amber's weird, messed up mind, it is twofold. Like, a friend is someone who shares your secrets, but she also needs to keep her on the back burner in case of a relationship, but then she's also spilled her beans, so then she needs to kind of also make sure she doesn't say anything. So in Amber's weird mind, it's like multiple different reasons, but the main reason, the particular reason why, is because they're friends. Which, reality, they're not really friends, it's just some random stranger that you had a conversation with, and all of a sudden, let's do friendo. Also, Amber, if your friends stop being friends with you because you stop being friends with them first, not putting in the level of energy you should be putting into the relationship, that is on you. That is not their fault because they don't owe you anything. You have to give them the same level of energy that they give you. And as someone who has had to do that in the past, who has had to break up friendships because they are always the one that constantly puts in the effort without getting nothing in return, it is soul crushing because you feel like you're just there for momentary happiness, and then the moment they find someone else, you're nothing to them because they put in no reciprocation. And it sucks because you feel like you're just being used. That's what it is. You are being used because they don't care about you enough to put the same level of energy in.
That just happened with Abby. That happened with Eric and Ricky. It's like...
I'm going to say this with my full chest. Eric and Ricky, if you can still remain friends with Amber after what they have done to Beck, fuck both of you. You're both pieces of shit.
Why do I have to talk to my friends 24/7? Like, that's not the way that I work. And yes, I was like that with you at one point, but things changed since then. And it's like, I can be an active friend and us still talk like once a week or however long. Like, there doesn't have to be like a set in stone of how often we should talk to be considered friends. Like, that's insane to me. I think that even if we didn't talk for a full month, I want you to know that I am a loyal enough friend and I care enough as a person that you'll never catch me talking shit about you. Like, that's insane work, that just because I don't talk to you the amount that you want, that this is what happens. Like, that's crazy to me.
What Amber is saying is the truth, plus being a friend isn't about the amount of time you spend with each other, it's about the feeling. You can spend a whole year apart, not even talk to each other, but then come back and have that immediate connection again. But the thing is, Amber, you don't have that connection. Hell, you don't even have that relationship with anyone because no one wants to be your friend for more than really a year. It's only association with other people that happen to be your partner. And even then, that's not a friendship. That's you just tagging along because they want to spend time with their friends. And you can't say that you're being a friend to Alexis if you can't take 2 minutes out of your day to wish her a happy goddamn birthday. A goddamn phone call, a message, a Facebook post, something.
And yeah, Jordy's chat is only nice to you when you and I have some sort of beef going. And honey, you're cooking the beef. I don't even like beef in this situation. Like, what is even happening? Like, literally, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. This is like coming out of like left field.
In a lot of relationships, it's both people that have issues, usually communication issues. But if you're someone who says, oh, they broke up with me or they stopped being friends with me and it was completely out of left field, no, it isn't. Usually, in most cases, it is not out of left field. There is always signs. You just happen to overlook those signs or ignore them because you just don't want to deal with them. And so when people are trying to communicate with you and you go, nah, I don't really feel like that, or you argue back, or you try to make it into a situation where you're the victim, people are only going to take it so much before they go, all right, you're not going to change, I'm going to piss off.
I'm not monetizing anything. People have been asking if you and I are friends. I talked about you for less than 30 seconds in a 18-minute video. I'm not monetizing our friendship. Nothing like that. I'm answering a real quick question. Again, sticking up for you. Again, saying kind things about you because that's who I am and that's who I will stay being, regardless of what you say or do when it involves me. Like, because I'm just not that person. I don't go low and I don't plan on it.
Amber, you did choose to monetize her. If you did not write that question yourself, you chose that question, one of 100 questions out of over 1,000 questions. That means you ignored over 900 more questions just to pick that one to talk about. And then you put her in the title. And why would you do that? If you only spoke 30 seconds about her in an 18-minute video, why was she so important, that one particular question so important that you need to put it in the title?
You literally have nothing on me. Like, it's starting to become like super frustrating to me that like I forgive you because of the fact that like I cared about you. That's why I forgave you.
Oh, hell no. This is the point of the conversation in which I would have told Amber to F off to the moon and back.
And I wanted to meet you because I loved you as a friend. And it's like being twisted into something that like is really creepy, in my opinion. I don't keep people in my life because of any like manipulation tactic. I keep people in my life because they do something good for me, and that's how it should be with everyone in everyone's life.
You don't keep people in your life because they do good things for you. You keep people in your life because you form emotional attachments to them because you like and care about someone. Like, my God, Amber, what the hell is wrong with you? You just admitted to using people and only having people in your life because just they do nice things for you. Like, my God, girl.
And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is definitely coming out of left field, and now I'm rambling. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Amberlynn, I'm truly actually speechless because, like,
You and me both, girl.
you're just saying a lot of fluff. Like, you're just using a lot of filler vocabulary here. Like, and making yourself seem like you're this amazing friend going out of your way for me. Okay,
Yeah, you get her ass, Alexis.
if you were such an amazing friend, you couldn't even wish me a happy birthday.
As much as I don't like Alexis, the fact that she's defending herself, I like. I like the fact that she is calling Amber out for her shit.
If you were such an amazing friend to me, you could, I don't know, return my calls or like acknowledge the fact that I've called you. If you want to talk shit about me in your videos, go ahead. But at the end of the day, if you're putting my name in your video for clickbait, because people want to know what's going on between us. If you're putting my name in your video saying you resenting Alexis, that's clickbait. And you did monetize that video.
Get it, girl.
So therefore, you are monetizing our friendship still. You can say you're not. Doesn't matter how long you talked about me for. You still monetize the video and you still put my name in there as clickbait. Like, I don't know. I don't get what you don't understand. Like, you can't manipulate me, Amberlynn. You can't. Nobody can. Okay?
I mean, I was with you up until that part because she's done it twice already. Like, can she go for a third time?
So just like, enough is enough. Like, we don't have to be friends. I don't care. You're not an active part of my life. I don't care. I have friends in my real life. I've been best friends with my best friend for 20 years. And she lives 15 minutes away from me. And I see her 2-3 times a week. Like, that is a real friendship to me. And even if we do go, you know, a couple weeks without seeing each other or talking to each other, like, I know at the end of the day, that is my best friend. You know? I don't feel that way with you.
Honestly, yeah, like, that's completely great. That's what I said before. You can have a friendship that can go weeks or months even spans apart where you don't talk to each other, but you still meet up and you're like, yeah, I have this instant connection with you, even though I haven't spent X amount of time or we haven't talked in X amount of time. Like, that's a real genuine friendship. And at the same time, why the hell would you want Amber as a friend? Like, if you have a friend for 20 plus years, why in the hell would you want Amber as one?
And like, of course there are friends that I have that I don't talk to or see sometimes for months. But I know that they're still my friend because it's a feeling. I don't feel supported by you. I don't feel like you care about what's going on in my life. I just don't know what to say to you anymore. And we don't have to continue to be friends. But if that's the case, then stop posting me in your videos. Stop
putting me in your titles for clickbait, and stop talking about me. Like, if you're going to talk about me, I'm going to talk about you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, if you don't want someone talking about you, don't talk about them. And she has clearly stated she doesn't want to be in your videos. She doesn't want to be part of your community. Amber, leave her the hell alone.
The only difference is you're monetizing what you're saying. I'm not. I don't care. I've never cared about the money. I still don't to this day.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, I was on your side, Alexis. Why? You slowly got me to your side for a second, and then you had to follow it up with goddamn money. Money talk. Like, will you just shut up about the goddamn money? You make me dislike you every single time you bring it up.
Or I'd be making videos. And you think that I don't have anything more to say to you? I sure do. I sure could. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. But, like, also, I don't care about Abby. You never met her. It was a romantic interest at one point. She's a weirdo. She's 20 years old.
It was a romantic relationship. Amber is 34 years old, and Abby was 20. That is 13, 14 years. What the actual F? And since Alexis decided to bring it up, let's ask this question, shall we? Why did you remain friends with someone who tried to date someone because you said they wanted to have a romantic relationship with someone who was 14 years younger than them? 14 years, and you did not think at all, hey, maybe I shouldn't be friends with this person trying to date someone who is no longer, just barely no longer a teenager, because 18, 19, maybe a legal adult, is still a teen. They are still a goddamn child in my eyes, and that was 13, 14 years difference, and you are now only no longer friends with them because you were butthurt because they no longer talk to you. You're both disgusting, in my opinion.
That is your relationship with her is nothing comparable to your relationship with me, okay? So please do not compare me to that child.
Oh, so she's a child in your eyes, and yet your friend tried to have a romantic relationship with her, and you were perfectly fine with it up until you were no longer friends with her. Filthy, disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
Okay, so at the end of the day, all I can say is, like, I've done nothing to you that warrants you talking about me online in that way. Like putting out there that I could have leaked it, putting out there that you only met me for the plot, putting out there that we're not really friends.
At this point in time, I went back to check and see one of the old videos I made because I remember Abby being mentioned. And in the video, Amber says that she was 25, but then turns out that Abby had lied about her age. So even then, it was like 8 years, but to find out she could potentially only be 20 years old. That's 8 years is bad enough, but then thinking about 14 years, potentially 13, 14 years is just, there's nothing else to describe it than disgusting.
It's all kind of like shocking to me because that's not the way that I viewed our friendship.
Amber, you can piss off. We all know that you treated her like a backup finger puppet.
Yeah, we don't talk as much as we used to, but like we still talked. Like I have those messages. I have that in my phone. And like we recently talked. I'm telling you, recent. Like you were sending me pictures and like I was saying how happy I am for you because you deserve it. And like you're saying the same thing to me. Like, I don't have the mental capacity to have...
Yeah, you can say that again, Amber. You certainly don't have the mental capacity to realize the shit you do wrong.
A friendship where I talk to them 24/7. I felt good and comfortable talking to you as much as we did. And we talked weekly. You know, we caught up with each other. We checked in with each other. Like... I don't know. I genuinely just don't see the issue. Yes, our friendship has changed from how it once was, but who knows? With time, it could have gotten back to how it was, but at this rate, I don't see that happening. And I don't know. I think you just want more from me than I am capable of giving.
This is the same argument she makes about being perfect. Like, I'm not perfect. No, dude, it's not about perfection. It's about basic level reciprocation. Pick up the phone, say, happy birthday, how are you doing? How's your day? Are you doing good? How's your friends? How's your family? Is everything going well? Basic level reciprocation. Also, like Alexis, If you've got all these amazing people in your life, why the hell would you want Amber in it?
Because, like, I'm doing my best, being a good friend to you. And
Amber, don't even. If you can't pick up the phone to say happy birthday, you didn't do jack shit as a friend.
I don't know. I wasn't really comparing you to Abby. I was just saying in general, it just seems like people want more out of me than I can, like, give. Like, I try to be a good friend to all my friends. And
why is that, Amber? If you try your hardest to be a good friend, why is it that you have no friends? Why is it that you have no cordial relationships with your girlfriends? Why is it that your own grandmother kicked you out?
I don't know. If I'm just not, like, good enough, then that's fine.
How about you do everyone a favor and get your Leonardo DiCaprio having ass out of people's DMs trying to have age gap relationships and get yourself into therapy?
We can move on from this friendship. I will never say anything bad about you, regardless of the way that you're making me feel in this current moment. And I hope that you do the same for me.
So this wall of text is my response, my last response to what she had said. And it says, "This is honestly a bunch of bullshit, and it really just shows how far your head is up your ass, Amberlynn. I never did anything for you to talk about me online. I'm sorry, what? Let's go back to the Buzzball live streams. Let's go back to the reason I was even crying over you in the first place. Our friendship never would have went back to how it was because Amberlynn doesn't care about anyone except for Amberlynn.
Basically.
You want more from me than I can give. Acknowledging the fact that I called you would be a start considering you're on the phone with Emily all day, every day. And at this point, you're not going to have any friends except Emily, but that's probably how she wants it anyways."
I mean, the good thing is if Amber does get locked in the basement, we don't have to worry about her trying to message people under the age of 25.
"I'm doing my best being a good friend to you. How the fuck? You're an awful friend. You don't ask me how I am. You don't call me. Couldn't even wish me a happy birthday. You're such a manipulative person, Amberlynn, and I can't believe I'm just finally seeing it." And then I realized that she blocked me on Snapchat, so I sent her a text. And I said, "Don't worry, I screen recorded the whole conversation on Snap before you could block me, Pooks." Honestly, I don't have much to say about this. I think the conversation really speaks for itself. And honestly, I think I'm more interested in what reaction channels have to say about it, honestly. So let me know what you guys think about this correspondence between Amberlynn and I. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, even though I'm not monetized anymore. Okay, bye.
Yep, of course Alexis had to loop right back around for the money, didn't she? That being said, thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoy. Both of them are disgusting in my opinion, and hopefully you guys have a good one. Bye bye.